Well, once again, it's time, my friends, for another meet and greet. We're Southern Fried and nationwide, so hang on to your seats. Look around, here's what I found. I guess you'll never know what you'll see on the Southern Fried Podcast Show. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! Good Monday evening to all the Southern Fried Podcast fans out there and all of our folks out there in the Cornbread Nation. You know, we love our breadheads. Every
Yeah.
one of you. I'm Rob, and that's Dave. Let me do my finger right. Yeah, he's over there. Hey,
Yeah.
Dave, how you doing tonight?
Watch which finger you do.
I did. It was my thumb. Uh, gonna
All
hurt my
right.
finger.
Well, and tonight is also interesting in that we're doing a demo on a new stream, and it looks good. So we're testing it to see if we want to upgrade, and we'll have to purchase that, and that would give us the maximum that we could have without any duplication streams that's going out live, Rob. So it looks good, looks really good. So
And that's
we'll
always
see.
fun when you get maxed out on stuff.
Yeah.
Then you start looking for more
So
ways to go out. Uh,
well, that's called upgrade. That would be in the future if we start bringing in some money.
yeah.
I'm also watching us on YouTube on the TV, and I think you're watching on Facebook.
Well, if I can get
So
to my
yeah,
followers,
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to find it. I know I follow it.
So I've got all kind of. It's a weird thing to be in the studio and see yourself all over the place. It's like it's like I'm lurking or I'm stalking myself. I've got me to the left, to the right, in the center, and from above. And I could
well, I
have
got
another
me
one
to
in
the
here,
left and to the right. And this one over here is running just behind me. Yeah, but yeah, it is
so
weird.
that's
But it's
very
okay.
strange. But we'll
Well,
see.
glad you changed your little heading underneath your name because the trade wars are officially over, at least for the next
Yeah.
30 days. Yeah, the headline line on Fox News says Canada blinks.
Well,
Hmm.
officially it's paused for a month, but they have promised. Well, he has promised $200 million worth of resources to upgrade the ability of them to guard the border. The Mexican government has said they're sending 10,000 troops to the border, among other things. So we'll see where that goes.
Yeah.
We will see where
Hey,
that
they take
goes.
care of their border, we'll be happy. Oh, knucklehead.
Hey, I'll be switching something here real quick. If you lose me, I'll be right back.
Okay. So yeah, the knuckleheads, both
All
of them
right.
blink, and both of them
I'm
are.
switching. I'm switching something technical. So
You want me to just wait a second? You still there? No, Dave is gone. He has froze. That's not good. He went to change something technical and he froze up on us. No, there he is. He's back now.
I should be back.
Yeah.
I told you that I would blip just a little bit.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry. You just froze up completely. I thought that you were gone. That's all right. We got you.
well, I switched. I switched Wi-Fi's. So
Okay.
it was on the one I didn't want it on. So hello,
It's
brother
doing better.
Earl.
What? Hey, brother Hester. Oh, how's he doing tonight? He'll come back here and let us know here in just a sec. Uh, but you know, did Canada and Mexico really think they were gonna accomplish anything with that. They should have just went ahead and said yes right from the get go.
I think they're just trying to look strong to the home crowd. Is honestly what I think it is. That I'm sure they will tell their people, "I stood against the Donald." At least
But you
for
didn't do it
24 hours.
successfully. Yeah, I stood against him for 3 minutes. Ugh. No, came into
Well,
what he wanted.
doesn't it sound a lot like the mainstream media? They do the same thing.
Yeah.
Doing okay, brother. It's Monday Night Live. What is the old wrestling Monday Night Raw? Was that it?
Yeah.
Monday night. Beautiful weather. It feels like, man, it feels like spring.
How you do? It really does feel like spring. And I'm putting my tiller together tomorrow. I think if I can get it together tomorrow, I get somebody out here to till this garden up. I might go and start shoving some onion sets in. How about that?
Well,
You like sweet onions, don't you?
yes, but I can't hardly handle them anymore.
Uh, well, that's when you use a Tums chaser.
The unfortunate realities of getting older is that some things I just can't hardly eat anymore. Ugh.
I don't even know what. I think it's supposed to be like 77, 78 here today. I was eyeballing going down to the beach, maybe. That'd be just horrible to have to get in the water and like this. Uh, so
But good fishing weather.
yes,
Nice and
yes,
cool in the evening. So that
absolutely.
would work.
Okay, I would like to bring up a mama said thing, and I don't know we don't have a mama on here tonight yet, but I would like to bring up a mama said that means something to me, you know, and it's something I hope all the mamas told their kiddos. Mama always told me, be yourself. And there's nothing wrong with being yourself. And it's a very important lesson that our moms try to teach us, to be happy in your own skin. You know, you've got to wear it from now on. I mean, well, it changes out pretty regular, but you know what I mean. You're going to be you, your life. Uh, I mean, everybody changes and everybody tries to grow and everybody tries to improve themselves, and hopefully they succeed with that. But I think one of the most fundamental parts of being yourself is your sex. You're a boy, you're a girl. And we can say that now because that's the only genders that the United States, by executive order, now recognize. Which the people that feel otherwise, I can't help that. I mean, that's my beliefs. There's two genders, male and female, and that's a large part of what makes you who you are uh, as a person. But instead of trying to learn about yourself or stuff like that, nowadays parents, want the kids to be able to take the easy way out. Well, no, if you think you're a girl, then you're a girl. Let's go and see what we can do to change that male part. And at such a young age, we don't let kids that age vote. We don't let kids that age make their own decisions on anything really medical, except for that. We don't allow them to drink at that age. We don't allow them to take drugs. We don't, we watch them. We're supposed to nurture them. And when you get to be a grown up, if that's what you want to do, go do it. Nobody cares. Go do it if that's what you want to do. But to a 5 or 6 year old kid who can't make decisions on their own, and now the New York Attorney General Letitia James, has gone to the hospitals and warned them to ignore Trump's directive to prohibit sex change procedures for minors, saying that to do so it would be a violation of state law. And that's paraphrased for Fox, but okay. Now I know I may be opening a can of worms here, but is she indicative of the people that live in New York? Is this the way they all feel?
No, no, you got a very unfortunately New York. A lot of New York gets lumped in with the city and those very liberal districts. A lot of New York does not feel that way at all.
Okay.
Vast amounts of the state does not feel that way. But you have certain areas that are controlled or under the certain restrictions, and they would.
It's ridiculous. I don't
It,
understand that concept of where they're coming from.
it's like DC, you know.
How we don't let our children make decisions on cancer treatments, right? The parent picks that out, and goes that way. Why are we letting children do this? Why are we doing this to children? Okay, I'm a girl now. Oh wait, I want to be a boy again. It's a little bit late now. I mean, come on. What's uh,
Uh, I mean, there is a total breakdown. There's just a breakdown of the family. There's a breakdown of society. Morality is broken. Um, and there are many different reasons. It's not one reason, but ultimately the one reason would be sin. It would be Satan behind the scenes working in these people's lives. Some are demonic or evil or both or whatever you want to say.
yeah,
Some have, you know, mental issues. They may be smart in one way, but they're mentally, you know, deficient about
okay.
morality. There is
My next
a continual decline of society toward, and it's nothing new. Actually, this goes, I mean, way back. It's nothing new on the scene, and it goes all. It's all happens all around the world. We've just, for the most part, it's been sort of hidden from us in the United States. But these types of people have always been out there. They're, um, you know,
yeah. Now, my next point in this is if they don't follow the federal mandate, can they cut the funding for the hospitals on a federal level, even if it violates New York state law?
you're getting into things I know not. I honestly don't know where that would go, and I ultimately all of this is going to end up at the Supreme Court. Ultimately,
Yeah,
and and liberals know this just as well as conservatives. Hence, why they want to pack that court to get their
yes,
way. Now, Congress, what a lot of people don't realize, Congress does not have to listen to the Supreme Court if there is enough that would vote the same way. The problem is we're so divided that would never happen. Congress can
right.
overrule the Supreme Court. That's why you have these checks and balances in our government.
Yeah,
But it would have to be. But we're so messed up in the elected officials that we have representing us in Washington. A lot of them. I mean, a heck of a lot of them. That you can't never get enough of a consensus to overrule the Supreme Court. If the Supreme Court was that bad, which is by design because that would mean it would have to be something way off the scale that they would even. I mean, for instance, when we went to war with Iraq the first time, I
yeah,
don't think there was anybody voting against that. They all voted the same direction. Then later, many of them wanted to say they weren't for it, but they voted for it. But that was a case where they did. There are examples where Congress has acted in unison, but for the most part, that ain't happening. So what they want to do is say the Supreme Court has spoken. We're going to follow that, and it shuts everybody up. But these 5-4 decisions depends on who's the five. And John Roberts is not trustworthy.
No.
So you never know which way he's going to rule. And at times there's been another conservative justice who has also a little bit different opinion, we'll say. But
I think
this will go to the Supreme Court. It will go.
Okay.
But various states will stop it. Other states will go. It opens a lot of issues.
Well, one of the main issues that should open up is child abuse.
I'm not talking about that. I get all that. It's horrible and wrong and everything. The issues I'm talking about are legalities. And here's the conundrum we have.
So we can't talk about the moral issues. We're just going to talk about the legal issues.
No, I'm just bringing up a point, man.
Okay. That's what I was doing.
No, I'm just trying to bring up a point. I'm not saying I'm just saying that it brings up issues. And here's the conundrum. If the federal government acts in a way that you support, then a lot of people are like, hey, the federal government acted. They're forcing these states down. If they act in a way that you think something you do not like, then we hate the government and we're blaming the federal government. And so the question is, how far do state rights go, and what does the federal government have sway over? That's always been the issue in our country, and it is still the issue. It has always been the issue. We went to war over this issue. It's not just a singular issue, although that became the issue. The question was the right of the state, and how much power and influence does the federal government have? There are people that want President Trump to just run roughshod over all of the states. But man, that's scary business, because then you say, well, what if it was Joe Biden doing that? You see what I mean? You be careful what you wish for, because your rights may be trampled. And that's difficult. She said, send the link. Okay. I'm just saying it brings up issues that way. Certainly it's a morality issue. But the one thing the problem is you can't legislate morality.
No.
You can't.
And you can't do that. But
it's been tried, and it doesn't work. What you do is you can make laws, and then you rule against what the law says. And so if something, I think that minors, it is abuse, and I think it should be criminal. But there's not a consensus on that. And you have these so-called experts, be they child psychologists or whatever they are, there are many of them who, have helped craft laws and influence politicians and state governments, and the list goes on. And anyway, that's the battle that we have in our nation, and it ain't going anywhere anytime soon. Honestly, it's just not. And so we're a nation now of states that are doing different things. The leftist states, the liberal states, are ruling one way and trying to make things accessible, things that the president has put back to the states, like the abortion issue. Those states are ruling one way, the conservative states are ruling another way, and we're divided on it. So there's not a consensus on it. This may be headed the same way. Maybe. I don't know. The law is a funny thing, man. It really is. It's not a perfect world.
Okay. Well, it seems to me like this is more like you can choose the gender of your child.
Well, that's been going on for a long time, and it goes all the way back, well, even before, but Nazi Germany. That's what they were trying to do, was control what children became. They didn't want any child that was outside of their idea of the perfect, human or whatever. So those eugenics, that you go to some of those places. I've been to some of them, and you look, they put it right in front of you, all the things that they were writing up, and we read in history all the things that they did. Well, all that's ingrained into many scientists of today, of the same ideologies. And it just go. You know, here's where this falls. I mean, again, there's a lot to unpack, and when you're talking about something like this, first of all, some would say that we're messing in God's area. Others would say, well, if I can go in and fix a defect, I want them to do it. I don't want my child to have a defect. But then others would say, well, maybe I do want to be able to produce this child that has this or that. And people are all over the place on this. This is a very dividing issue, very dividing. Just honestly, I mean,
Yeah.
for instance, if you were going to have a child and it had, with the ability we have to look inside now the womb and see where the child's at, and you find out the child had a heart defect, there's a possibility it might not make it full term, but we can go in and fix that heart defect. It's dangerous, but we think we can do it. Would a lot of people be for that? Yes, they would. Others would say, we're going to let nature take its course.
Okay. I think the fundamental point that I'm getting here, or that I'm trying to make, is there's a lot about your sex, male or female, that has a tremendous amount of effect on your personality, who you are. All right, you fix a heart defect, that doesn't really change who you are. That's medical. You know, the rest of this is cosmetic, in my opinion. I mean,
I
I know
understand
they
what you're
pump them
saying.
full of drugs and everything, but it's a cosmetic thing. Why not? Why
I'm
do it at
just
such a young age
I'm
when they
just
can
playing the
change their
other side.
mind? Why not let them wait till they're an adult and make their own decision?
Because there will be those that say there are mistakes that were made in all the way down to when this sperm and egg came together, and we need to fix that because there's a problem there, and so
Okay.
let's fix the problem. There
So,
was, in essence, a mistake was made, and I'm just saying what they would say. I'm just saying this is what's said. This is what people. I've heard people say that. I mean, I've sit and talked to
yeah.
people about it, and you'd be surprised at people. Until you start really talking to people, if they're honest with you, and you find out how they believe. There's a wide range of beliefs on this, really. Um,
So when Mama said, "Be yourself," that has fallen to the wayside just about completely. You can be whomever you want to be. You can be whatever you want to be. If you want to decide you want to be a girl, go be a girl. If you decide you want to be a boy, go be a boy. You know, the moralities and the advice that moms have given us for years, it's just getting completely thrown out of the window. And I'm not happy with that. You know, I'm not happy with uh, people coming through and changing the sex of their children on a whim, or the children doing it. You know, they say, "Oh well, I think he's a girl, and he thinks he's a girl, and he is, what, 3, 4, 5 years old. Well, you could tell he's a girl. Look how he's acting. You know, it just, I just, it's very wrong with me. Miss Elizabeth, I could see you monkeying around on your screen, but I can't see you. Now, I didn't want to pop you up till I could see you. I mean, am I right or wrong on that thought there? I mean,
I,
we're
I,
as a nation, we've lost our morality on that.
well,
I
not
think.
totally. That's just there. I mean, there are many areas of the country where this is, I mean, people are against that. You know, they're not going to do that type of thing. But the law has allowed this to start. I don't know if I would say a precedent, but it has been allowed to occur. And in fact, I'll give you examples. And it's on record. It happened. It was a big case last year, I think it was, or the year before, where there was a divorce. They Mom got custody, and she wanted to do a sex change. I think this was in Texas, and the dad was fighting against it, and I think he lost that battle.
Yeah.
So there is a case study now where that has been allowed to happen. That's why it will go to the Supreme Court, because he's going to I think it's already happened. I could be wrong on that, but there was 2 or 3 of these that popped up. I'm not for it. I'm not saying you're wrong, but when you say be yourself, I'm a little bit. I mean, you're applying that in the way of to that, which I get, but I don't take be yourself as but I get what you're saying. Be comfortable with yourself, but you know, there's going to be some that say they're not comfortable with themselves. They can't be themselves. That's where we kind of
When
right
you
into
get to
that
be an
area.
adult,
And courts, and some doctors, and they have agreed and allowed it to happen.
yeah.
This is why it's such a hot button issue. It is for me on a very much as. I mean, I know where I stand on it. I'm just throwing
Yeah.
out there what is, what you hear out in the space, what you hear from different states, and where some of these, where some voters in the country where they stand. And I think the majority are against it, but it has been allowed to happen. And the horror stories are truly that horror stories. The drugs that were pumped into them, they're messed up, and now they can never be normal, so-called normal again. And you can go read or listen to many documentaries that have been done where these people are saying, "Don't do what I did." Uh, I'm not going to say you can't find somebody that says they're completely comfortable that they did it or anything. I'm just saying that there are many who have regretted that decision. The science is imperfect, the result is imperfect, and it's very painful. It's very, very
Yeah.
painful. And
You
it
get a
is,
lot of
it
stuff
is,
from,
it is. To me, it's mutilation, and it's not. It doesn't work to the level that they. It's like Dr. Frankenstein's laboratory, but this is where we're at, and the court's going to have to rule on it.
yeah.
Going to
So
have to rule on it.
in the meantime, all there's a lot. There's probably more out there saying that this is harmful to the children than is good for.
Well, Rob, when you have a nation that has allowed the murder of children to occur for 50, 60 years, then would mutilation be that much different than that?
No, no, no.
And that's the way I see it. Now, that's my opinion, but that's what has occurred. And so
Yeah.
once you've taken that step, doesn't take much of a step to do the things that are happening now, you know.
Mm. Well,
There's been some
this is
shocking
this is
statements
tragedy.
made by people. Some that are deceased now. I remember Ruth Bader Ginsburg had some shocking things to say about young girls that I was mortified at. Um, wow, talk about way, way liberal, way. But yet she's considered, a champion for many, many things concerning women. But boy, she had some strong things to say about young girls that were very controversial to me. But it's a I know where I stand. I have no. I'm completely comfortable where I stand on it as a citizen, as a Christian, as a podcaster, or whatever you want to say. But I just want to throw out because that's what you're going to hear back.
Okay. Well, hang
And
on. Let
there
me
are
see if I can get
people
Miss Elizabeth on screen here, and
there
I'll
are people in
get
our
you
stream
caught
that
up.
won't agree with us. Maybe not tonight, but there are people that wouldn't agree totally with us. They disagree on some of these things, but that makes for good podcasting.
All right. Well, keep going on your thoughts there, and I'll see if I can get Miss Elizabeth on here.
I can see her popped up there, so hopefully we get her back. Folks, we welcome you to Monday night edition of Mama Said. It is going to be a great week, I believe. Don't forget Thursday nights at 8 p.m. The third edition now, I guess. Is it third or fourth? Third, fourth? I can't remember. Cornbread Nation show. 4? Yeah, I'm losing track. But pray for Cowboy Cook. We still missing him. I think me and Rob are better. We still probably we're maybe not mentally better, but we're better health wise. We've all been under the weather. Still working on a few things, but we're excited about this show. Southern Fried MAGA has found its home on Saturday mornings, as well as Southern Talk have been sort of the Saturday morning now. Our test tonight was successful. It was a demo, so I didn't get the whole show. but we did do a successful test tonight of the show on Vimeo, and we very possibly might be going to that stream in the near future. So
All
we
right,
do
Miss
have.
Elizabeth is on the air with us, but it's voice only tonight.
Okay.
Yes. So, about the conversation that you guys were just having, you know, I don't see how a parent can make that decision for a child when they're young, because a child's brain does not fully develop until they're in their early 20s. And, a child cannot be responsible for making that decision. Oh my gosh, that drives me crazy. When
Yeah.
a parent says, "Oh, my child has made this decision." No, that child has not made that decision. You made that decision for that child.
Yes, and there are two things there, and it goes back to another argument that's been made. The state or the authorities are of the opinion, and which is wrong, that those children are their responsibility to protect, that they belong to them ultimately, and they're basically, you are being allowed to raise them if you abide by their rules. So if they decide as an entity that this is the best for the child, then you've got to be, you're just forced into it. That's one side of that track, and the other side, those same parents would say, I am the parent, they're a minor, and it's for me to make the best decisions for my child. I'm just throwing it out as a talking point, though I don't believe in it. But in this particular case, parents do make decisions for their children, as they would say, for their own benefit. They will say the same thing using that as their basis. So I get what you're saying, absolutely, but that's where we're at. It's pretty ugly. I mean, and this has been going on for a long time. States have various states at state level, and also, and even more so at the federal level, maybe there's a lot of viewpoints about those children that they have that are completely contrary to what I believe is the way it should be. But you're right.
And there's some people that don't need to procreate. And maybe those are the people that don't need to procreate, because they're not making the best decision for their child. I'm sorry, but they're not. And here's the issue that I have is God don't make mistakes. You are born who you were supposed to be. There are two genders in this world. There are male and there are female. Look at the Garden of Eden. Do you see animals out there being homosexual? No, you do not. Because they know better. And we, as human beings, are the only animals on this planet. And I'm not speaking about myself, because I am in no way, shape, form, or fashion a homosexual. And I do not. I prefer my sexual orientation is men. Let me put that out there. You would never catch me with a woman. Never. Not experimentally, not nothing. And God, that's not how God planned it to be. God made male, and then from male He made female. He made Eve.
Amen.
Amen to that.
And He didn't make Adam and then say, "Oh man, I'm so sorry, I screwed up. You're supposed to be a woman. Let's fix that." No, He did not.
make Adam and Steve. He made Adam and Eve.
Exactly.
But you know, this all goes into with the moral and spiritual decline of this country as a whole. I understand that, you know, you have states' rights and federal rights, and we don't want the federal government trampling over the state rights. We don't, you know, but at the same point in time, this is a general uh, moral and spiritual decline as a nation. I think more of an issue with that. Not
Who's
everybody,
protecting?
but you know,
But who's protecting the rights of these kids? These kids have rights,
yeah,
and I have seen too many videos to where men have transitioned to started the transitioning to women, or women that have started the transition to men that have found God, found Jesus, and they have even said, "A demon came out of me," and I wish and pray more people would have at that time would have tried to lead me to Jesus Christ and would have tried to talk me out of it. But everybody was, "Oh no, you need to do this. You need to do this."
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
So Dave,
yeah,
you are right. It is demonic. I agree with you 100%. It is demonic. And it is all of
Yeah.
Satan's doing. And
Absolutely.
so these kids, that these parents are making these decisions, so-called decisions for, what is wrong with them? Because obviously they can't be true Christians. Something is wrong with them, and they need prayer.
you know, I think our whole nation needs prayer. So
Yeah,
one
like
of
I
the
said,
things that I am thoroughly enjoying about this, now I'm not trying to get off subject, but I have to make this comment because when a car passes, she's driving down the road, you know, getting her opinion out there. And every time a car goes by and we see the lights from it, I can see her hand go. She's talking with her hand and we can't see it. Sorry. Keep going, Dave.
I really am. I have my hand up, and I'm just talking. Well, hey, listen, when I'm going to work a lot of times, or when I've had a really bad day, and I put on my praise and worship music in the afternoon or in the mornings, and I have my hands up and I'm praising the Lord, and
amen.
people will just look at me like, "What is this strange woman doing?" And I don't care. I just keep on singing and praising the Lord.
That's it.
That's it. She's
Amen.
probably driving with her knee on the wheel, doing the Mufasa.
No,
Doing
I
hands
just, I just,
up.
I say, "Lord, take the wheel." Lord, take the wheel.
Lord ain't my co-pilot right now. He's my pilot. Yeah.
Amen.
Amen. Dave, have you ever done that driving down the road? Uh,
All the
Miss
time.
Elizabeth, we got a gentleman here tonight, or name Rude Poodle is the name on here. And you can't see the comments. He says, "I love this woman." And I put her, she's great. And he said, "Yes, she is, 100%." And now he's come in with, "I love her accent. Let it fly."
Thank you so much.
Amen. Amen.
Honey,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
just as
pray.
country as cornbread, let me tell you.
What are you going to say there, Dave?
My daddy was from Oklahoma and my mama was from Georgia, and I get both accents. I got both accents. Let me tell you.
Well, it's a wonderful accent. It's beautiful, and that's why the South
Well,
is
thank
great.
you.
Now, it
And
sounds like
yes, I have praised the Lord many times going down the highway. Sometimes just pull over and have church right there in the car. So absolutely.
my mama had a couple of come to Jesus meetings with me in the car.
Well, Rude, as they say, God bless Texas. Amen. God bless Texas. We
Yes.
love our folks from Texas.
Mm.
Yeah, I just think that all of this, and there's many more. I mean, it is the soul of the nation, and it is what we're battling for, and it's a war. It's a spiritual war, and our kids are caught up in the middle of it. And there's some would say, where's the people standing up for the kids? Where are they at? When are the
Exactly.
people going to stand up for the kids? When are we going to put a stop to this? And so, it's
Yeah, and there's like no stop for it. It just keeps getting more and more perverse the further we go with it. But there's got to be an ending for it somewhere, which we know where that's going to be. But even still, I mean, we are literally battling for the soul of our country. I feel like, and that's my honest feelings on this. And I hate to see these things that are going on, and it's like there's just nothing we can do about it. It leaves me feeling helpless, and I don't like feeling helpless. It annoys me.
Well,
And
but
we
there
are
is
all
things we can
God's in
do about it.
control.
We can stop as Christians. We can stop watching things on TV, and we can ask other Christians, don't watch things that promote unclean things that doesn't involve Christianity. We can ask other Christians to only promote, watch things that are good Christian shows, like the Angel Studios.
Yeah, they
That's
do a
a good
great job.
Christian channel. They do a
Yeah.
fabulous job on their show. There's a couple of more out there. There's I'd have to look it up. I can't name it off the top of my head. That a actor that pretty much left Hollywood now, and he wanted something that was wholesome for his kids to watch, and he started producing books and a TV series now because he realized there wasn't anything out there for his boys to watch that is Christian based. So we can ask our Christians, our Christian followers, and anybody else that supports that wants something wholesome for their families to watch. Watch this instead of that, because if we get those shows on the decline, they'll quit producing.
Yeah.
Because my daughter and I were talking about things for my granddaughters to watch, and there is not hardly anything. Robert and I were talking today. My granddaughter, 2 years old, loves to watch Bob Ross paint because it's soothing. His voice is soothing, and all he's doing is painting. She loves craft things. And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with her liking Bob Ross, but I don't have to like Bob and his little happy trees. I know. How can you not like Bob Ross? I don't like Bob Ross. You don't catch no fish. You don't shoot no deer. You don't even talk in a funny accent.
cannot. I don't see how he does. We're just gonna drop a little. We're just gonna drop a little cabin right here. I can't drop a little cabin right there because I don't know how he does it.
Now, Steve, the Celtic blacksmith there, Elizabeth. He just jumped in here. He said, I'm here to chew bubble gum and troll Rob, and I'm all out of bubble gum. I don't know why you'd want to come in here and troll me.
He's out to trouble you.
Yeah.
Well, you did give Steve a hard time.
Shh. His video froze. He don't know just exactly how hard of a time I gave him. Let's not remind him too much.
And I did tell you to be nice multiple times.
Well, I tried. I was
Too
being
hard.
goaded. To what day?
You didn't try too hard.
He's rooting you on.
I told you he's gonna be in trouble, so I would say troll on, baby, troll on.
Oh.
Troll, baby, troll.
I have to agree with Dave. You brought this one on yourself, darling.
Oh, yeah. Well,
You brought this one on yourself.
And he said I was a dummy and that I couldn't read good. I didn't call him you a dummy. I don't think you read good, but I don't know about the dummy part for sure. I'm quite sure I didn't call you a dummy. And I didn't say
calling him a dummy.
And I didn't say when you had your back to us over there working on your angle grinder that you looked like Michelle Obama. I didn't say that. You know, I said it now, but it's in a joking way. But I didn't say that night, just for the record.
By the way, Steve, on a positive note, I meant to bring it to the studio. I did get my package in today, and it is awesome. This is even so much better in person, having it than it was seeing it on, in his video. Wow, great job, man. My wife was really impressed. My son loved it. And by the way, I'm going to be having another order come on the other one. She wants one for a friend of hers, so I'll be putting that in. So that was pretty dang cool, man. I meant to bring it tonight. I was going to ring it for you, Rob, but we'll get it. We'll get it by our Wednesday lives.
So you're saying it does not sound like Chinesium?
It does not. It does not. It has the half pine stamp on it. It's awesome, man. I'm serious. You did a great job on that. I mean, really. And I liked in the video how you talked about your pricing of why something was priced so much, because, or not as much, because of the heats that you do. I was actually explaining that to my wife.
So,
which helped me explain the reason I spent that amount of money. So, well, you got these heats that go on, No, the twists are great, man. I mean, really, it is. I love it, man. I can't wait to hang it up in the studio here.
Hey, Steve, I do have a question for you, though, sir. If I have a T-shirt made especially for you, will you wear it on the show?
Without any more information than that, he's not going to answer yes. Are you kidding?
I bet he would.
It might be a picture of your butt or something. Who knows what
I
you did on
wouldn't
that
do
show.
that to nobody.
Sure you would.
Not my butt.
It's not. He done told me about it.
I do have a plan for something. I just want to know if he'd wear it. I don't want to send it to him and him not wear it. I mean, it wouldn't be extremely tacky or anything.
Well, what is it?
I can't tell him on here. It'd mess up the surprise.
Oh.
Are you man enough to wear pink?
He's just going to let you sit there and stew on your own questions. Oh, there he is.
Depends on what it is, I mean. He said, it depends on what it is. I mean, if I get it and it says "Cowboy Butts Drive Me Nuts" on the front, I might wear it. I think he'd wear this.
You know,
I think he
Steve,
would wear it.
I really think Steve's missed his calling. He's a blacksmith. He's a great all-around American. He should be a stand-up comedian. This guy's got game, man. I'm telling you.
I've got a plan.
That
I've got an idea.
reminds me, Dave. I
Huh?
have a question for Dave.
Okay,
I have a question for Dave.
bring it on.
What are you doing passing out honorary Southern certificates or whatever you want to call it? Making people honorary Southerners.
I think that Robert said it was a Southern state of mind, and so if
Well-
someone carries them the honor of what it is to be a true Southerner, you know, we adopt them into the family. So I guess that's what I would say to that.
So, okay. So what you're saying is like the Gentiles got adopted into salvation too. They were able to be included into that, so everybody could be saved. So everybody technically,
Rob,
huh? Yeah.
this is between Dave and I. Hush.
Okay.
You just stay out of this. No. Now I was
Give me
told.
just a second. I got a question. Give me just.
I was told.
All right, he's off air for just a second. He's got something going on, Miss Elizabeth. He has to step off for just a second. He's coming back. No, he's not trying to avoid you, I promise. Steve said, my family always said I was destined for Hollywood back when that wasn't an insult. Oh, my goodness. Yes.
Well,
So-
you know,
I'm going to have
Southern probably could be a state of mind for some people.
Okay.
Oh, look, Dave's back. Yay.
Yeah, he's back.
I'm
So-
back. Well,
Okay.
let me spin this a little bit different. If your
Okay.
daughter or son married a Yankee, and that Yankee already had 2 children, and they got married, would those kids be your grandkids?
Yes.
Then how can we not adopt in people that are, you know, want to become part of our family?
Well, no, now, listen, I have a brother-in-law that's a Yankee. He's from New Jersey, and I love him. Dang, I truly, truly do. But he ain't Southern. He's a Yankee. He still has that Jersey accent and everything. He
Yous
is
guys.
a Yankee, and I tell him all the time he's a Yankee. And he knows he's a Yankee. Them Yankees won't adopt us. Now, honey, if I went up there with my accent, you know they ain't going to adopt me. They'd be making fun of me till Jesus come back.
Well, that's what makes us
you
better,
know
though,
it
as
as well
Southerners.
as I do. Well, listen. If Steve wants to move down here, we will adopt him. But now we're gonna let Steve pass. We gonna adopt him. We done adopted Steve.
Well, by your
We
definition,
done adopted Steve.
by your definition, I'm not a Southerner.
Yeah, because he was born up there in Illinois somewhere, wasn't he?
Rockford, Illinois.
How long have you lived here?
Oh, about 58 and a half years.
Oh no,
He was-
your grandfather then.
Literally. literally grandfathered in.
Grandfathered in.
I only lived
I
outside of the South for a year and a half.
Oh
Rockford,
no,
Illinois,
you a
Gary,
Southern,
Indiana,
honey.
then
You
home.
Southern.
My family's all from the South.
You
Well,
Southern.
I do have some cousins from Illinois.
No. You are Southern. You are Southern. That can't be helped because you was born up there. But you are Southern.
I think that's why he
No.
crumples his biscuits,
No.
though.
Well,
You're
Steve don't
supposed to
crumple
crumple
his.
your biscuit.
No, you're not supposed to crumple no
Yeah.
biscuits. All right, Steve, did you hear that?
Yes.
We got 2 crumplers on here.
You're supposed to crumple your biscuits and pour your gravy over.
No. No.
That is the way you do it in the
If you
South.
do that, you just like lumpy gravy. They're both made out of flour.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
no, I
You
done
can't
said
have
a
lumpy
cuss
gravy.
word. I done said cuss word. I said lumpy
You
and gravy in the
cannot
same
have
sentence.
lumpy gravy. Oh my gosh.
I done said so
There
bad
is
I
no
can
such
crumple
thing as
lumpy
lumpy
gravy.
gravy. Oh,
Hey,
my
grandchildren now.
heavens. You better not let my sister hear you talk about lumpy gravy. Oh
Oh,
my. Heavens to Betsy. Woo, give me heart palpitation.
what do you mean heavens to Betsy? What does that even mean?
Sir.
What
No
does
lumpy gravy.
heavens to Betsy mean? What did that
You're
say?
a.
Heavens to
Woo,
Betsy.
honey.
I think it means you're a nut.
Rick, I done got off the deep just said lumpy and gravy in the same sentence.
Well, if it helps, I want. We'll have to run the honoraries through a committee to see if people really are, going to be considered Southern. So we'll have to run that through committee. We're going to need to know the criteria.
If they like lumpy gravy, then they can't be Southern. That's the first out.
What about lemon in their sweet tea?
What?
What about lemon in their
What
sweet
about what?
tea? Putting lemon
That's
in their
a
sweet tea?
preference. I can't.
Okay.
I know that's a preference for some people. I don't like it. So that's a no for me.
I think that's kind of a might be an out right there. I don't know. Some people like it though, I guess.
That would be a no for me. I don't see how people drink it with lemon in it.
Steve says biscuit crumblers are banned from Southernness. That's what I'm gathering from that declaration. Because, when you think about it, when you crumple your biscuit made from flour into your gravy that's made from flour, it turns it into lumpy stuff. I'm not going to use that word and gravy in the same sentence again.
Steve, do not get started with me. Because it is not crumpled into a fine powder, my fine sir. It is broken into chunks.
Don't
And
get
then you
hurt.
pour the gravy that is not lumpy. It is like silk over your biscuit. And then you mix it together. And then you eating that silky gravy over your biscuit chunks. You
Now-
need to come to Georgia, honey, and I'm going to teach you how to cook. And I'm going to teach you how to eat Southern.
Yeah, if you're going to get adopted in.
You don't know. That's right, especially if you're going to get adopted in, because you don't know.
All right, all right. He
And I
said,
bet you don't
he
know
said,
nothing about cornbread and milk either.
he said wrong. Covered biscuit halves like syrup over flapjacks. I don't know what flapjacks
No.
are. I don't know what flapjacks are. I think he's talking about pancakes, maybe.
He
I think
is.
that's a Yankee thing, you know, flapjacks.
It is. That's why he might have to be kicked out of being an honorary Southerner.
You know,
Well,
we
we
talk
can
about eating
Steve,
flapjacks. I picture the brawny guy.
we will
Steve,
have to just
do
say
you
he's a
know
good guy.
about cornbread and milk? I want to know, does Steve know about cornbread and milk?
He said he's talking about flapjacks again. He said it's an old thing. Laugh out loud. That's what they called pancakes in the 20s. Laugh out loud. Okay. All right. We'll let that one go. That's not necessarily a Yankee thing. That's just an old thing. I don't know how you found out about it, but you know.
Okay. Well, now I've heard of flapjacks before. And I'm only 52.
Yeah. See, I think Steve's like 50 or something. He's old enough to have an easy bake. And on that note, I'm going to drop down and go fix some more coffee.
Oh man, I can't believe
Well,
you said
wait
that.
I know. But wait a
I'll be
minute.
right back. I got to have
Did
coffee.
He said, "So I dunked
did he
cornbread
answer
in the
my
milk."
question about the
Yeah, he said, so I dunked my
cornbread?
cornbread in the milk?
Yeah. What
Question mark. Don't tell her I'm just messing with her. Oh, I'm sorry, I just read that.
Oh my gosh.
That's what you get for
Oh
reading
my
tonight.
gosh. You got to explain that one to him.
So do you eat cornbread and milk?
Tell him about
Miss-
cornbread and milk, Dave.
Do you drink it, Miss Elizabeth? Do you eat cornbread and milk?
I
See,
love
'cause
cornbread.
d-
I eat cornbread and milk. Heck yeah.
what kind of milk? Regular milk? Buttermilk?
Whole milk.
Okay, whole milk.
Yes.
My
I ain't
my
getting
granddad
that.
and my daddy used buttermilk. I am see. I'm gonna lose some. I'm gonna lose some Southern points here. Rob knows this. Is I have never been a fan of cornbread milk ever. My wife is. I am not. But that's probably because I
when
tried
you
it
take it fresh.
when I was 5 or 6. I asked my daddy if I could try his, and he said, "You won't like it." I didn't know he meant because of the buttermilk. I tried it. I didn't like it, so I never ate it again.
Yeah.
I think that's why. But I just can't even think about doing it. It kind
You
of
gotta
makes me
try
gag.
whole milk.
But you know,
Gotta try
I'm
it
not
with whole
really a
milk.
fan of whole milk. I'm a fan of chocolate milk, but not white milk. So I think that's
Okay.
all this.
So, no, my daughter, she has a milk cow now. And wait a minute, Steve, we're gonna tell you about the cornbread milk. She has a cow now, and they've been a milk cow, and they've been milking it, and that is the best milk I have ever had. Is that fresh cow milk?
Now I have
Is
had
the
that on
cream?
my uncle's farm. Yeah, it's good. It's different, but it's good.
Oh, Steve just said, so 2%
And it's
milk
better
and
for you
store-bought cornbread
than
then.
the milk you buy at the store, because
Uh,
it's got the prebiotics and the postbiotics for you. So it's much healthier for you. I mean, it's got all the fat in it. It's not healthier that way, but as far as the prebiotics, postbiotics, it is.
Steve, when she finds out what you said, you're going to be wheezing, all right. Miss
What?
Elizabeth, Steve said,
What?
so 2% milk, and store-bought cornbread then. All right, I guess I'll try it.
I still didn't hear you, Rob. I lost you.
He said, so
Dave said something
2%
about
milk.
2% milk.
Yes. He said, so 2% milk and store-bought cornbread then. I guess I'll try it.
Oh my gosh. Steve said that.
Steve said that. Celtic Blacksmith.
Steve. You might go to hell. No. Oh my heavens. Oh, that hurts my heart. No, Steve, no.
He said, whoa, I really crossed the line.
Oh, yes, you did. No, Steve, no.
If I'd have had dentures in, I would have spit them out right there.
You might go to
Oh my gosh. No, it has to be fresh cornbread right out of the oven. It has to be good and warm. Good and warm.
That was quite possibly one of the. That was quite possibly one of the best comments we've ever had on this show.
Not 2%, not fat-free, and not buttermilk. Whole percent milk, honey. Whole percent.
Steve said, I'm getting all this out of the way now while I have the safety of my computer to protect me.
Steve, you can be guaranteed that that's being clipped out. We are going to use that.
That's gonna go viral right there. Well, Steve, you might go to hell. Oh my gosh.
No, never store-bought cornbread, honey. Never. Never. That ain't cornbread. Honey, I don't know what that is, but if that's what you've been thinking cornbread is, that ain't it. Never in a million years, that ain't cornbread.
It ain't them little muffins either.
Never, ever.
It ain't them little muffin things either. Gotta be done up in a skillet.
You need to come down. Let me teach you. Hey, you got to come down. I'm telling you, you got to come down. Let me teach you how to cook Southern. Please.
Oh! He said, I've never faced eternal damnation over cornbread before. Did you hear me?
Well,
he said,
if you buy it from the grocery store, you think.
He said, nah, Jiffy's the good stuff.
Oh, God, no. That's pretty. Oh, no. That would do in a pinch. If you are broke and you are desperately craving cornbread,
and starving.
You are dead broke.
Starving.
And you have quarters in your ashtray. Desperate for cornbread. Okay? That's the only time you use GIF. No.
I don't know if I ought to tell her that last comment or not. I don't know if I ought to tell her that last comment or not.
My own corn. No, I grind my own corn to make fresh cornbread. Steve.
Oh man.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna tell
I
you what he
grind my
said.
own
now.
corn and I grind my own flour to make cornbread.
I'm gonna tell you what he said.
But I would teach you how to do it. What?
He said I should have got popcorn for this. That and he's never faced eternal damnation over cornbread before.
Well, if you buy it,
I think what she said right there was bless your heart.
Is that one of the questions that
No,
Michael asked at the pearly gates?
I think it is.
well, it should be. Do you make your own cornbread or do you buy it at the grocery store?
Steve says, I'm
Do
sure
you buy
that
it at the grocery store?
this is what he said. He said, I am sure the Giant Eagle Bakery makes their cornbread from scratch ish.
No.
Oh. Hey there, Long Spear, you're back.
Hey, good to see you, Long Spear. Glad you're back.
Steve,
We're
I
having
used
way
to
too
work
much
at a
fun.
grocery store, honey, and they don't make nothing from scratch. It all comes in big bags and big buckets.
Steve said, oh no, I broke her. You kind of froze up there for a minute. He said, uh-oh, I broke her.
I'm coming. Get back there.
Oh no, she's getting serious now. She look at determination. Oh, she finna let you have it, son. If she ever catches back up, maybe it'll pass before she unfreezes.
This is almost as good the night we saw our friend on the school board almost have a wreck live on show.
Steve, you see that look she's got on her face? Oh, we lost her. Oh no. Lost her. We're having she's gonna make the cornbread now.
Oh man.
You just don't get it. Oh, there'll be a clip come out of that one for sure. Oh my goodness.
There's no doubt.
There she
No
is. She's
doubt.
back now.
Robert,
Uh-oh.
me?
Yeah, we lost you. You're still kind of choppy. We still lost you. We waiting. He broke you. Oh my goodness. That look on her, that hole. Like she was picked tear in. You better be glad you lost her. It's fixing to get ugly. I hear you.
Man.
I hear you rustling around. She's going in there to fire her oven up right now and start mixing cornbread. Show you the proper way.
Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness. She's already threatened him with eternal damnation for not doing his cornbread right.
That might
She was
make that
just,
might be.
long story, she was telling about his cornbread. He said that cornbread and milk. He said, so I can get 2% store-bought cornbread. And she said, Steve,
I see
you
you
might go to hell.
too. Yeah.
There you are. Well, we lost her again. Okay. I got to tell you what Steve said there, Miss Elizabeth, if you can hear me. I hear your cat. I think she's trying to open her door and she can't hear what we're saying.
That's the cat's crying at what Steve did.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a
We can hear
southern
the
wail. It's like,
Yeah.
oh no, he said what?
Come on, Max.
Hey, you tell him he's taking Chuck off. Chuck can hear that
Goodness, I
cat.
left the light on.
Chuck can hear that cat. He said the cat, Longspur said the cat's been listening to everything.
What you got to say about apple pie?
He said he don't want to fry your CPU. He's going to wait till you cool off somewhere around
that.
November. Okay.
There ain't nothing wrong with apple pie. Apple pie's good.
There's no telling what he's got to say.
Yeah.
Goodness. I know.
Go ahead, Steve.
I
Stand
sure
tall.
hope
Speak
I
up.
gotta go to bed in a minute. You sure hope she's not what?
Go fix to go off and explode.
Oh gosh, no.
Longspur said the cat's been listening to everything. And Steve said, it's all right. Not as overrated as pumpkin pie, but slightly overrated.
Oh heavens. I'm gonna let you have that one.
He said, I sure hope she's not fixing to start showing me how to make cornbread Southern style.
No. No, not tonight.
You have to. So far, all we know for sure is you must heat up your skillet for cornbread in the fires of hell.
No, not the fires of hell. No, not that. Just in a good oven.
All right, Longspur is in South Africa. And he said, I wish we had apple pie here. We only make meat pies here.
Oh.
Which absolutely sounds good. Interesting.
I don't know. It depends on what kind of meat it's made from. I mean, if it was a possum meat pie, we wouldn't want to eat that.
Oh.
Well, by gosh, they do at the redneck games.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, they do.
They can keep it at the redneck games, too.
That's what they do in Dublin, or they were.
All right. So Steve said, so I heat up the skillet, and then I take the grocery store cornbread out and drop it in the skillet to warm it.
No.
That seems labor intensive.
No. Forget about that grocery store cornbread crap. Do you hear me, Steve?
See, you done got her as fired up tonight as I had you about calling your Forge an easy bake oven.
Because that stuff, it's going to give you a time. You hear me?
And the funny part is, she was taking up for Steve against you.
Yeah.
I know.
He said, I came here to troll Rob. He came here just to troll me, and he's giving you all the heat.
I know. Steve, you should be ashamed.
Well,
Here I was taking up for you the other night, telling Rob to leave you alone and everything. And then here you are giving me a hard time.
He is.
Longspur, that sounds killer. Absolutely killer. I'd be all agree with most of that.
Steak and kidney and chicken and mushroom.
That'd be like a shepherd's pie, wouldn't it?
Almost. Or like a chicken pot pie with better fillings.
I'm all down with that.
You wouldn't be down for the steak and kidney.
Come here, Max.
How do you know?
That's kind of weird meats, Dave. It's no weird stuff. You don't like weird stuff.
I'm not.
Yeah.
If I can't see
tried
it, I might eat it.
There you go. There you go.
I'm definitely
All
not
right,
pepper
so,
steak.
Well,
But
let's
Steve,
just say, Steve, you've never had my apple pie.
and I'm gonna say this too, Steve. I don't think you're ever gonna be able to cook cornbread in an easy bake oven. So
Depends on
I
what
can
light
see it
bulb you
now.
have.
Steve.
How many bucks?
he ran across the shop. It said, "There ain't no easy bake. I can feel the heat way over here."
Look, he opened it up and he walked way back and said, "You can feel the heat from here."
We've messed. Hey, we've messed the guy up. His next live is not going to be working with steel. He's going to be making cornbread out in that shop.
He said, "Rob, I got a video for you now. I'll get to work on it soon. Just you wait." Hey, that's great. I can take it back.
Steve's going to have an apron on, a little shelf's hat, and it's going to be Steve's next live. The Celtic blacksmith makes cornbread.
And it better not come from no grocery store.
Oh yeah, you know he is. He's going to open up the cornbread from the store and be like, "First of all, you go to the store and buy some cornbread, and you throw it in here."
Come here, Max. Come here. Oh, jeez.
Oh man.
Next thing you know, he's going to say he doesn't do banana pudding with slices of banana and vanilla wafers in it.
Oh, good heavens. If he does that, he definitely cannot be honorary son.
I'd
If
say
he does
Steve
do it
likes
or doesn't do it.
If he does not eat a banana pudding without bananas or vanilla wafers, that ain't even banana pudding. That's just pudding. I mean,
he just said, I could take banana pudding or leave it.
Okay, that's it. That's it.
Steve, you're out now, bub.
You're out. You are rejected. You're ejected from this. That's it. I can't even. I am at a loss.
Now, what if he volunteers to come down here and learn how to be true Southern? He said, "I'm not much of a banana fan. What can I say? Hey, you don't like banana."
Oh my goodness.
It's still going to take too much work for him.
You said it's just pudding. What about Jello with the fruit cocktail thrown in there?
Oh God! Why would somebody want to eat that?
Oh. He said, "But what if I blew you away with my secret dry rub recipe for ribs?"
It would have to be awful good.
He said, "Would that be my ticket?" He's asking.
It would have to be awful good. I'd have to try them.
There you go.
Well,
he's offering you the recipe.
He concerns me. He concerns me when he says secret, because we're talking about a guy that ran a car through a creek and got some fish, and they called him Moonshine as a nickname or something like it. If I remember that story.
No, he said he caught a smallmouth bass with his Jeep or something. That's what he was fishing with.
But didn't they call him Moonshine as a nickname or
Yeah, I
something?
think they called him Moonshine after that.
Back in the day.
Yeah,
It's a long
back in
time
the day.
ago. So when you hear secret recipe,
He said, I did not run a car through a creek. It was a river.
Moonshine. Mm.
Uh, uh, yeah,
well, you know, a river
moonshine.
there is that's kind of like a creek to us.
Solid. You know, up north, the rivers don't get as big.
A lot of things don't get as big.
Apparently, not only do the rivers not get as big, but neither do the forges.
Oh,
Oh, from the back of the room.
oh,
Apparently, you didn't hear what I said.
Would you? Oh, you said a lot of things up there don't get as big.
oh.
And that's what she said.
Oh,
It's because of the
wow.
cold. It's because of the cold.
It's because they don't know how to fix true cornbread. Or eat banana pudding.
He said, I'm going to come down there and just lob my forge at you. See how small it is when it gets thrown at you. And Longspear said that had to be some pretty impressive moonshine. And Steve's hollering shrinkage.
Oh my goodness. Monday Night Mama Said became Monday Night Beatdown.
You did say something about Monday Night Raw, didn't you?
I did. Somewhere along the line, we left Hank Williams and it became Pantera Night or something.
Oh. I ain't gonna tell you how cold Steve said it was up there in northern Ohio.
Well, you know, not enough to cause that much shrinkage. Right, little bitty forge.
Oh, she's even getting on your forge too, dude. Oh my God. This is after she told me to be nice. Actually,
Well,
Dad
he
was
came
telling
at me first.
Balmy 50 degrees.
He said I was sweating at the 50 degrees. It was almost 80 down here today. I was sweating too.
It was so nice.
It was very nice.
Chuckers is snoring over here now. What do you mean? Oh, he's getting on you. He said his forge is bigger than yours.
It's okay. I don't have a forge. I have a grain mill. Bet you don't have one of those, do you, Steve?
I don't think Steve has a forge either. I really think it's an easy bake.
Oh.
Sorry, Steve. There's nothing wrong with your little forge. There's nothing wrong with that forge. It gets just as hot as the big forges do. Don't you? He said, no, but I have a clothes wringer. Oh. Oh. Now see, this is what Mama said it should be like every Monday night.
He said I get old school points.
But you know, said you quiet down, Rob, or I slap you with a reverse discount code for your upcoming order. I'll donate about 6 twisted hooks.
Oh, that's funny.
Maybe 8. Depends on how big I want to make myself. But look, Steve, a man, no matter whether he's Southern or Northern, redneck, Yankee, whatever, he should be judged by the content of his character and not by the size of his forge. So you run that little forge and you be proud of who you are. Be proud to be in your skin, and you be you. And if anybody ever asks you, hey, who you going to make happy with that little forge? You say, hold your head up high, and you say, this guy. I don't know. Your order might be extra hard in this tiny little easy bake oven. Upcharge. Oh, long spears. Yeah, he's liking that too. I'm sorry, Steve. I'm just trying to help you. You remember you used to have the daily affirmation with Stuart Smalley? Because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people will like me. Yeah, there you
Oh,
go. I'm waiting for the comment. I know it's coming. I left myself wide open there, and I know it's coming. So I'm just going to be happy, and I'm going to accept whatever he gives me here, I guess.
Let me throw you a little curveball, Rob.
Okay, throw me a curveball.
I just saw this. You're familiar with the Golden Corral here in Fort O.
Yes.
Somebody posted they went there today before they opened. They were waiting for them to open in the parking lot. The manager comes out and tells them that they're closed. They can't open. The kitchen staff has decided they're not all going to work because there were protests today about immigration, and so they were going off to the protest. The whole kitchen staff.
Oh, wow. What is that's well, that's like the other day we went to Hardee's. We was going to get breakfast, and they got signs everywhere: breakfast served till noon. So we're going there to get breakfast. It's like 11 o'clock, and they were like, "Oh, we quit serving breakfast an hour ago." We're like, "But it's not noon." Well, our biscuit maker left. We ran out of biscuits after she left. Call another one. No, can we do a wrap? No, we quit doing breakfast. So because they couldn't do biscuits, they just did away with all the breakfast. That ticked me off. All right, Steve, I'm trying to look up this NC Tool Company. What was that, North Carolina? Is that what it is? Now I'm going to the site here, and let's see. And I have to look up a 12. I can't even spell 12. Burner tunnel forge. I gotta make sure I spell this right. I hope you spelled it right. Not found. Oh, there's the one you got. The Whisper Baby Gas Forge. That is the actual name of it. That's it. Whisper Baby. I found it. Oh, they got a Whisper Baby, a Whisper Mama Gas. That'd be good for no, that would be good for the Mama Said tonight. Whisper Mama Gas. Whisper Baby Forge, Whisper Baby Gas Forge. I don't see the 12 burner. I bet it's over here.
Steve says he has to whisper mama.
This one's probably going to be the Whisper Daddy.
He says next one's probably going to be the Whisper Daddy.
I love it, Dick. I love it. I'm looking here. I got to find forges. Well, why don't they have forges out here? Huh. Anvils, gas forges. There we go. That's the one I'm looking for right there. Howdy, late night with the devil. We saw you here earlier today too, I think, or last night.
Howdy.
We're having some fun
Howdy.
tonight. We're kind of picking on Steve a little bit still. He's kind of picking back, and Miss Elizabeth stuff kicked him out of the Southerner Club.
That's
Well,
his own
you not
fault.
only criticized his forge, you criticized his anvil too.
Well, I did that. I ain't said nothing about his anvil tonight. I kind of figure if that's all he can
No,
handle,
but
that's
last
probably
night,
big enough.
whatever it was, you did. Friday night.
Yeah. That NC12 burner tunnel gas forge, it might be big enough to not get caught in easy bait. It gets hot enough where no blowers required. I got to see where this daddy one is. Whisper that. Oh, it's a 4 burner. Oh my goodness. And I'm assuming you're going to want to get the open front with open end ports. All right, this one might be big enough, Steve. It might be.
Well, maybe he's going to upgrade.
Yeah. He said he's going to upgrade. He's thinking about that. Is that the only? That's probably looks like that's the only size anvil you can get too. So that may not be all your fault. So. Oh yeah, about that. What did you say? It's a
Calvary
cavalry anvil, Rob.
anvil.
It's designed for farriers, but it's got awesome features to help me with all kinds of stuff. Okay. Well, that's cool. But it's got features in your metal table feed on thing. You know, it's got features. Flat on top. Seems like that'd be the most important thing. You gonna make some horseshoes? That'd be awesome. And that is something you could do, make some decorative horseshoes and sell them to people for good luck in their house. People hang horseshoes over doors down here. I don't know if they do that up there or not.
Rob, you ever been to one of those events where they blast the anvil up in the air?
I don't think so.
It's a heck of a blast, but I've seen
Yes.
that before.
I have seen tater guns and I have seen trash cans launched way up in the air, but I don't think I've ever seen. Horseshoes are cheap though, $5 or so. Well, how long does it take to make a horseshoe? It's just a U, ain't it?
You know, there's.
I know there's a lot more to it. Anvil firing hurts my soul. Yeah. I imagine you watch them launch those anvils up in there. You're like, I need that in my shop. I can get rid of that little dinky one I got and put that big one in there.
You're just asking for it, ain't you?
I am. I'm like begging. I'm begging.
Actually, that's a thing in the South. I mean, I've seen them at many Civil War reenactments. Man, I never got it. Like, I don't know. I guess they just want to show the power of the blast, but I never understood why they want to do an anvil like that.
It seemed like it'd be a better usage of their time to do that with a Volkswagen.
Good one, Steve. Good one.
I have the same reaction to watching anvil firing as Miss Elizabeth has when she sees someone eat store-bought cornbread. Oh,
It hurts. It hurts the soul.
it does. It's a waste of a perfectly good anvil and a waste of perfectly good powder.
Absolutely.
Yes, there's so much stuff you can do with that powder too. Like if you want to expand your forge, your easy bake, you could put some of that in that little bowl and take it to a plastic thing and push it in there. And when it went off, it kind of bowed the sides out a little bit, make it a little bigger.
Uh,
All right, I'm laying off your easy bake. It's enough for tonight. But I just really want to know if I go through the trouble of getting you this T-shirt, if you'll wear it. I won't have nothing about cowboy butts on it. In fact, I won't have any bad words on it. So, he said, I'm tempted to start crumpling biscuits just so I have something to throw back at you.
there you go.
Oh my goodness. Gonna lose all kind of southern points there. Crumpling biscuits. I won't make promises on the shirt thing. I bet you, I think if I sent you this shirt, you would wear it. You would wear it at least once. Longspear said, "Oh, this is a big one. We had about 3,000 illegal miners raiding one of the old mines here. The cops were like, okay, come out with your hands up. When they refused, the cops blocked off all the exits so no food or water for 2 weeks. And then the government suggested they should smoke them out. It's like living in a bad movie. That is horrible."
Wow.
Wow.
He said, if I'm that confident, send it. So I'm gonna have to have it made and drop shipped to you. But I'll will you send your address to the Yahoo page? The Right there at the bottom. That way I can find it. Don't you have a birthday or something coming up anyway? You might as well go ahead and put your shirt size in there too. You got a ski diddle though, nighty night. Well, you have a good night and
Good night, Steve.
sleep well. And
Steve.
Ah, mine's May 6th.
May 12th. All right, 2XL. Got you. All right, close enough. It'll be our early birthday present. I have to go get it made specifically for you. But that's okay. I could do that. And I'm willing to do that. I was not willing to do what I was originally planning on doing because they cost a lot more than I thought they would. Good night, Steve. We'll see you next time. All right, Dave, I need a few minutes.
Yes, sir.
I had a
Well, go ahead and take off. We got you.
Okay.
Well, we appreciate you being here tonight, Miss Elizabeth. I hope you're feeling better, by the way.
Today's been a better day.
Yeah, that's always tough. you know.
Yeah. Anytime you have surgery, especially as you get older, it's always a recovery time, and then
Yeah.
sometimes even longer.
How long is your recovery time projected to be? How many weeks
Well, I
or
could have went
days?
back. I could have went back to work today, um, but I was still quite a bit sore Sunday, so I decided to take another day. So today has been much better. I've rested quite a bit today,
Good.
and so I'm gonna see about going back in the morning.
Okay.
So
Well, very nice.
okay,
You get to go back and in the middle of well, almost in the middle of a week.
Yeah.
if I if I was gonna miss, if I had to be out, I'd rather be out Thursday or Friday, and I hate going back in early in the week, or
Yeah.
or like you miss Monday, or having to come back and work the end of the week after being out the first of the week. That's kind of rough,
It
you know.
is. So we're gonna
But
see.
you do what you got to do. I mean,
Yes, you do.
yeah, it's crazy. Like sometimes people want to take Friday or Monday off at work. They'll do that a lot. They don't like taking a full week off. Work piles up, so they'll do a
Yeah.
long weekend. I'm good with the Friday. Monday, I'm not good with because that just piles everything into Tuesday,
Yes, it does.
and then you go back and you're behind. And I don't really care for that. So
Yeah.
not a good thing. But we're glad you're doing better and appreciate you being on here. And I've had you've killed me tonight. I've had a lot of laughs. Um,
It was fun. I loved it.
absolutely. And Long Spear, glad you came back. Stay with us. I appreciate your follow. We followed you back. And Steve, as always, is amazing in his responses,
I
and all
know.
the other people that have been here tonight. We've had quite a few on Instagram. They've not been vocal tonight, but they're there and listening, and we appreciate them. And I don't see all the Rumble folks. I don't have it pulled up to see that, but there'll be a number of folks from Rumble and
Yeah.
then Long Spear from Twitch. We appreciate that. We have quite a few followers on Kick as well. We did preview the new stream tonight. I got a few minutes with it before they timed me out because it's a demo version. It actually looked really good, so I think we might be picking up a new stream. We're going to check into that here
Okay.
over the next few days, and that will give us 8 individual streams that we're going to on any live. So that'd be pretty cool,
Oh yeah, that'd be
and they're good platforms. They look good, and they're sturdy and steady, and for the most part, every once in a while we'll have one that has a little blip to it, but they're good. So it's always nice to add one. You can add more, but you have to pay more. So, but what we pay for is set for up to 8, and that's plenty really for what we have. That covers all of our major ones really,
yeah.
and so it's been good. This week, folks, don't forget that Wednesday and Friday morning definitely are lives. Wednesday night, Hump Day. Thursday night, Cornbread Nation. Friday night, Front Porch. There will be probably, I'm certain of it, some Tuesday recording. I'm not sure exactly the times yet. Be looking for that um, as well. And then Saturday morning has become uh, Southern Fried MAGA and Southern Talk, and we'll have our new racing show. We'll probably debut this week. I've got to get with my new co-host on that, and we'll probably have Southern Fried Racing this week. I'm not sure the exact time for that, but that's going to be coming as well. So we're gluttons for punishment. We like a lot of programming. We like to be on. So for most of it, we're together. Some of it, we're not. We
Yeah.
appreciate everybody that's in here. And it's a blessing to have you on screen. We've got some cool interviews coming up. An interview that I had not loaded for some time. I just got busy and a lot was going on. But I had went to Spring City and I loaded a little video up that I did with a pastor, or not the pastor, but a member of the church, New Beginning Church up in up there in Spring City. I've not loaded it on Facebook. I'll probably do that tomorrow, and I don't think I'll load it on YouTube. It has been very popular. It's just a little short video, but it's about the blessing boxes. I don't know if you're familiar with those, Miss Elizabeth. Some places
Hmm.
that have the blessing boxes, and this has kind of become a cool thing, and a lot of people are digging it. Because it's kind of like you take, you give, and different people do different things. If you have extra, you give. If you don't have, you take what you need.
Yes.
Called the blessing box, and theirs was a really good size one. I've seen them different sizes. I don't think they're just at churches, but I have seen them at churches. But I think there's other places that have them. What's your knowledge of them? Have you seen them anywhere besides churches?
I haven't. I am just learning about them.
Yeah, I think it's sort of taken off. I don't know how long it's been going on, but it's there's one at a church near me. It's not as big as the one that that church had, But I do see people there stocking it regularly as I go down the road. It's right off of Cross Street. There's
Mm-hmm.
one there. I think that's I don't want to say wrong, Lutheran church, I think it is, and they have one outside of their church as well. So
Mm-hmm.
it's as people are struggling, it's become a neat thing. Also, the book ones, you got the people that have the book.
Yes.
You read a book, bring it back or whatever, and kind of trade out books. That's kind of popular too. I know the schools do some of that too,
Yes. We have
where they,
our
yeah, do you
school.
have them? So are those read and brought back, or are they given, or how does that kind of work?
You can do either. You can take it and read it and bring it back, or you can um keep it and bring a different one back. However you would like to do it.
And that's at the school, right? If they do that,
Yeah.
so the kids kind of they do that. It's inside the school, right? So,
No, it's actually side of the
oh,
school.
okay, I didn't know that. Okay,
Hmm.
yeah,
Yes.
blessings to you, Long Spear. You bring a good game. We appreciate you being here. But yeah,
Yes.
that's kind of cool. Kind of a community thing that is managed. There may be other things out there like it, but I know those have become very popular. But that video has done extremely well. And I wish my phone was kind of messing up that day. We might have had a little bit more, but I had to get what I could get. But that was a series of videos that I did that day. It was kind of a field trip, road
Mm,
trip, and we like doing that kind of thing. But we talked to people at that was the same weekend or the same day that I did the Piggly Wiggly. Rob, we did we did a video at the church. I don't know if you've seen that. I just posted it up last night. I think it was on most of the streams, and a couple of videos. It's done. They've done quite well. People have really enjoyed those videos. I think that exhausts. I think the cupboard is dry of all the things that we had done up there and or in South Georgia. I think we've everything is finally out except for promo shots and stuff like that we did. I think all the
Right.
videos are out there now, and all of them did well. By the way, it is really cool. We're now on a. I don't want to name the site yet. I'm sort of taking this. We're on a new site that's mainly filled with people who are of Chinese descent who may be living in America. They many times speak English, some don't, and we've caught a little heat. I have caught a little heat from this site for preaching, which I was told was not allowed there, but all I did was read scripture. And I also have been labeled a person of hate because of the MAGA minute. And people are curious of why I did that there. But at the same time, videos have done really well there, and our followers are jumping. And I've not even worked that stream that hard, Rob, but really not at all. And they really did love the ARA. And one of the two videos that's done real well is the olive farm, Fresh Press. They've done real well on there. They really like that.
Well,
So I
good.
did have people that liked the other videos, but there were the people that came out that attacked us pretty hard. So we're kind of playing
Well,
that
you know
one by
what?
ear. I will. We may post that one later. Right now, we're just sort of behind the scenes, but we're out there. We're even on a Russian site, which I have not broadcast either. But we're also pushing videos to a Russian site. So
But you know what?
we're
It's if they're interested in watching it. Hi, Aaron. If they're interested in watching it, they're more than welcome to. They don't have to
yeah.
watch it if they don't want to.
No,
But the
that's the
people that
thing.
want to watch it, if they want to watch it there, put it out there. That's my whole way of thinking.
yeah.
Yeah. But we've had positive to negative to indifferent or whatever. But we definitely got attention. There was no echo chamber there. Where did you come from? Why are you here? You can't do that. It's funny to talk about. This is a great age to be in podcasting. There's so many
It is.
options available to you.
Um,
But I will say this site that I'm mentioning is in the top. It's in the top 15 of all social sites right now by sheer numbers of people that are involved. So it
Hmm.
has tremendous opportunity for us. So we'll see. So I wonder what a clip of Steve being damned to hell would do on that site.
Over cornbread.
Over
yeah,
cornbread.
yeah.
I'm sure it
We're
would
gonna have to
flex
find
some.
out. I mean, that's
We're
gonna be one of the hardest
we're
hitting
going
clips.
to have to find out.
You know, that clip, we clip that out. That's gonna get so many views and likes and love. You know, we're gonna have that. That's gonna do it right there.
Oh
So Steve said 2% milk and store bought cornbread, right? Steve, you might just go to hell. I don't even think there was a might. I think Steve, you gonna go to hell for that.
We're gonna have to have that clip will have to be sponsored by a combination of Mama Said and Cornbread Nation. That has to
Yeah,
be Cornbread Nation
yeah.
has to be involved in that promotion, without a doubt. It fits perfectly.
Mama said if you buy
That
your
that
cornbread,
clip almost can guarantee you that Uncle Jeb is going to have something to say about it as well.
oh yeah, you know he is. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Cornbread Nation Thursday night. We're gonna have this shindig this week. My goodness.
gosh.
We might could get it sponsored by Martha White or something.
I love it. We
That's what I
need
know.
we need a really good condensed cooking show of someone making cornbread though. Rob, you promised that like
Yeah.
eons ago, and it hasn't happened. I'm
And
just
I
saying.
paused it. I turned my video off instead of pausing it when I was making it.
Oh,
I
I
messed
knew
it all up.
we
So
were
I can
doing
make
it.
another batch of cornbread, you know, and I can get it videoed somehow, some way. I'll figure it out. Don't you worry now. We will have a cornbread making video. Mm, mm,
If he
I
doesn't,
can do it.
let me know and I'll do it.
Thank you, Miss Elizabeth, because I'm really worried about Rob whether he's going to be able to pull this off.
I think
While
I
he's
can do it.
making cornbread, Chuck's going to be up there dipping his paws into the.
Now I
I won't
know.
wait. Chuck does not get in my cooking area or my prep area. You're not
I think
allowed.
that cat goes wherever he wants.
No, no. That gets him squirted.
Although that would be a squirted.
Yeah.
What? You got a water gun you squirt him with?
Squirted. He gets my computer cables, he gets squirted too. I got multiple ones of those around the house.
Although a video of the cat dipping his paws into the cornbread mix would be a great video.
That would be funny.
If you had your back to the cornbread batter and the cat was caught dipping his paw into the cornbread mix, that
Yeah.
would be great.
Oh, I'll watch him like a hawk.
Oh goodness.
Then when I go to move, he's sitting right next to my foot and I trip over him. That's what's going to be funny is while I'm in there fixing it and I trip over the cat.
No, it wouldn't either.
You hear it.
Hello, Aaron. Aaron, what area of the world are you from? We like to find out where in the world that people are coming from. You can be general. You can give us a continent. We just
All right.
want to kind of where you're coming from. We're almost out of time tonight, but if
Yeah.
you post that in there, we'd like to know where you're from.
Sorry, I just yawned on air. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I'm not bored. I am having a big old hot flash though. I think I'm going through menopause.
Okay.
Well, you go through menopause. I'm going tonight. I'm going to bed, y'all. Y'all have a good one. And good night, everybody.
You
All
have
right,
a great night.
see you next time.
All
She'll be
right.
here back. She's gonna try to be back with us weekly. Salute.
For sure. Bye, y'all.
Good night
Bye
to
now.
you.
Good night.
Good night. So we got Aaron's not responding.
He might just stopped in. He might not still be
Yeah.
there.
Well, it's right at time anyway.
Yeah.
And I done had an issue. I think we can call it right now. I do believe. I think everybody.
Well, by the time the outro plays, it'll be 10. So.
All right. Well, guys, we're glad y'all joined in with us tonight. We hope you enjoyed it. We had a lot of fun. I think that was one of our better shows we've had on Monday night in a while.
Clip is coming soon.
Yes, we'll have the Steve going to hell clip soon.
I'll be downloading that after the show.
All
If I can get that clipped right tonight, it's going up tonight. But certainly by tomorrow.
right, guys. Y'all have a great Tuesday tomorrow. Salute. And we will see y'all Wednesday morning, if not sooner. Y'all have a great tomorrow, and we'll see you then. Good night, guys.
Well, once again, it's time, my friends, for another meet and greet. We're Southern Fried and nationwide, so hang on to your seat. Look around, here's what I found. I guess you'll never know what you'll see on the Southern Fried Podcast Show.